Now, people's thoughts are turning to summer touring, but here at Practical Motorhome TV, we're going to keep it winter for a little bit longer because I visited the Arctic Circle with Bailey. Welcome to Ivalo in Finland. We're 200 kilometers inside the Arctic Circle. Why are we here? It's not every day of the week we rock up in a place like this. Simple, we're on Bailey's Arctic Adventure, where they're testing the endurance and winterization of one of their motorhomes. Even though I'm a part-timer, just flying in for the Finland section of the trip, it's been an eventful few days. And I'm never going to forget driving a 3.5-ton motorhome across Finland's largest ice road. This is a 6-mile stretch from the mainland across the frozen Bay of Bothnia to the island of Hailuoto. If you'd rather not risk your pride and joy, there is a ferry. But this trip isn't called the Arctic Adventure for nothing. But driving caravans and motorhomes in extreme circumstances is only one small part of this story. I'm with Simon Howard from Bailey, who's going to tell us a bit more. Simon, this has been an epic adventure.
Thanks, Niall. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us here in Ivalo, northern Finland. The aim of the Arctic Adventure was really, firstly, to show with modern caravans and motorhomes, they're very well insulated and they've got great heating systems, so you really can use them all year round. They're genuine four-season vehicles, and we obviously wanted to give a practical demonstration of that. As you're aware, we put the vans in cold chambers in the UK to test them for their suitability for use in cold weather conditions, but nothing actually beats being here in the flesh in extreme temperatures. Give you an idea, we've got the gauge here. When we left the UK, the temperature was probably somewhere up here. It was in double figures. In Ivalo today, -7, as indicated by the icicles hanging off the awning lights. So it is very, very cold, but very snug in the vans at night, no issues at all. You can power it on electric only. In fact, some nights we've actually turned the heating down. It's been that warm. But really are great vehicles to get out and explore the wonderful countryside we have. And that's really the second part of the Arctic Adventure, was to show what a great adventure you can have in a caravan. I mean, we've travelled 2,670 miles to get here, so we're just over halfway on our 5,000 mile challenge. To me, having been on the trip, it's really shown me that with a caravan or a motorhome, you get to see other parts of the world that other types of holidays just can't reach. So it really it's been a great experience for everyone involved.
You've been pleased how things have gone today at the test track?
It's been entertaining today. We learnt a lot, and we did some interesting braking, accelerating tests today. It was very interesting how car and caravan together and motorhome performed in terms of braking distances. And then we've been taught how to drive properly in the snow. Maybe it'd have been an idea if we'd done that before we got to Finland, but the experts here at Test World, which is owned by Millbrook UK, they've shown us how to drive properly in these conditions, and it's been very interesting, and people are having a bit of fun spinning around the circular track at the moment behind us.
Simon, it's been great to be here. Thank you very much.
Following the drama on the ice road, we set off for our evening stopover, Ranoa, which was the best part of 150 miles north. Things were definitely getting colder, with temperatures well below zero, so one definitely needed all those layers and thermals. The motorhome behaved very well though. In case you're wondering, the Arctic Adventure van was a 4-berth, a Bailey Autograph 75-2 based on the Peugeot Boxer. The only differences over the production version were gas-low refillable gas bottles and winter tyres. Later that day, we followed our sat-nav to Ivalo, 200 miles inside the Arctic Circle and home to Ivalo Test World. This was where we would subject the motorhome to some extreme driving conditions. The other main attraction in these parts are the Northern Lights, a naturally occurring astral phenomenon which people come from all over the world to see. Unfortunately, they didn't come out for me while I was there. Notoriously hard to predict, you generally only get a couple of hours' notice. This didn't stop the locals saying, "Northern Lights tonight," but which night they actually meant was unclear. Oh well, maybe next time. Now earlier on, I took the Bailey Autograph 75-2 out on a deceleration test on this particular track. The idea of it is simple. You get to 35 kilometers an hour and then you slam the brakes on. There was no back-end swing and I felt totally in control. Now, in addition to its fantastic on-road performance, the Bailey Autograph 75-2, as you can see, is catering central today. Yes, campervan chef Martin Dorey is busy making a seafood chowder, and I'm really gutted I'm going to miss it because it looks absolutely amazing. Now, this van has performed admirably on the trip. It's got an interesting layout, the French bed at the back, the corner washroom, and the double bed up here in the parallel lounge, so very well appointed for this kind of job. And because it's got Aldi wet central heating, the temperature on board has been pretty good too. In fact, we've had no complaints from anyone about staying in a van like this, and Martin Dorey is particularly pleased there's so much worktop to use in the kitchen. Sadly, my time on Bailey's Arctic adventure is coming to an end because I'm preparing to fly home this morning. The team has actually got another 7 days of doing this, so good luck to them. Now, I think this is fairly successful, the actual outcome of this mission. They basically want to assess whether these vehicles can be pushed to the limit, and I'm sure the answer so far is a resounding yes. Temperature on board at night is very agreeable for sleeping. They're doing well in the icy conditions, and you can't really say fairer than that. I think only with some time left to go in their mission, you can almost say they've accomplished their goals.